Larry Scott, also known as the Legend and the Golden Boy, is a legendary figure in the sport. Back-to-back Mr. Olympia championships were his first accomplishment, and he was the first person to achieve 20-inch arms via exercise. He was an inspiration to the golden era bodybuilders, notably Arnold Schwarzenegger, and created the preacher curls, which are now renowned worldwide. Although he was known as a muscular hero, he wasn't always that way. During high school, he was considered too short and tiny to play on the football and basketball team. Here's his story. Biography: Early years. Larry's love of athletics began when he was a child in Idaho, America, and has continued to this day. However, as a youngster, he was too tiny to participate in high school football and basketball. When Larry arrived at the gym, he had never worked out with weights in his life. His choice was gymnastics, where he excelled as a tumbler, reaching such high levels that he was invited to tour the country with the state squad. Bodybuilding. Larry first came across a bodybuilding magazine in 1958 when he was 18 years old and in the midst of his final year of high school. After being motivated, the future legend immediately started training weights. When it came to his workouts, this wasn't at the gym but rather an abandoned truck axle, which he used to lift weights. First competition. In 1958, Larry competed in his first competition, the Mr. Idaho show, which was held in Boise, Idaho. It was all worth it since he finished first in his first competition. He realized as a result of this triumph how he had the capacity to be a success in the business. With the goal of becoming a fitness superstar, he put his eyes on it. Moved to California and college. It didn't take long for Larry to fall in love with the sport of fitness. In 1958, he relocated to California and enrolled at Burt Goodrich's Hollywood Gym to further his training. At Mr. Muscle Beach, Larry met Lou Denny, who mentored him and helped him achieve a fantastic physique. Larry also began attending Valley College, where he majored in electronics during this time period. During his leisure time, he went to the gym and worked as an electronics technician. This commitment to fitness was essential in achieving the most impressive physical appearance on the planet. Meeting Vince Gironda. Larry decided to alter his environment and joined Vince's gym shortly after. The founder and bodybuilding superstar Vince Gironda welcomed him inside his facility, and he took that upon himself to privately coach the boy. AAU Mr. California 1960, Larry had achieved significant progress under the direction of an icon. However, this was only the beginning for him as he made his way to the trophy. Champion. Over the following 4 years, Larry kept building his body, getting greater reputation with every competition. This time period saw him win 4 trophies and finish in the top 3 in 3 different competitions. He had gained roughly 50 pounds of muscle utilizing Vince Gironda's techniques by the age of 26. After sweeping the 1963 and 1964 Mr. Universe tournaments, he focused his eyes on greater events. Mr. Olympia. It was a year later that Joe Weirder founded the famed Mr. Olympia event, which staged its first inaugural competition in 1965 and has been running since. Joe wanted the tournament to include the world's greatest bodybuilders, therefore he invited champions. Larry joined the Mr. Olympia competition in 1965 without hesitation, having won Mr. Universe title back-to-back in 1964 and 1965. He was able to repeat his prior achievement, and he was overwhelmingly voted the best of the best. Larry was awarded the world's finest bodybuilder as a result of his victory in this competition. But he wasn't quite finished yet. He returned the following year and competed in the Mr. Olympia competition in 1966. The legend was able to effectively maintain his status as the king of the business, and he rose to the status of a celebrity. Retirement. When Larry won his first 2 Mr. Olympia competitions, he had achieved the pinnacle of his profession. He believed that he had accomplished everything possible in the business at this moment. Larry wanted to devote his time and energy to his wife and to remain out of the spotlight. Following his triumph in the 1966 Olympiad, The Golden Boy declared his retirement from professional bodybuilding at the age of 28. Comeback. A 13-year hiatus from competitive sports led Larry to decide to make a return in the year 1979. He participated in 2 contests at the age of 41, the Canada Diamond Pro Cup and the Grand Prix Vancouver. His best finish, on the other hand, was 9th. With that, Larry put his boots away for the last time in his life. The legend. Larry's contributions to the fitness sector were recognized with a monument in 1999. He was accepted into prestigious International Federation of Bodybuilding and Fitness Hall of Fame, with other luminaries such as Greg Park and Arnold Schwarzenegger. Training. Larry worked out at the gym 6 days a week for an hour each session, concentrating on 2 or 3 muscle groups at a time. He completed 8 to 10 repetitions in each of the same number of sets. A typical session lasted 2 hours, and he made an effort to exercise for a total of 12 hours every week. The legend thought that it was important to take as little time between workouts as possible in order to keep blood flowing into the muscle and sustain the pump. Astonishingly for someone his stature, Larry didn't lift anything more than 150 pounds while doing his bicep curls. Vince's gym was equipped with a variety of specialty machines that allowed him to isolate certain muscle parts, and he attributes his improvement to the use of these devices. Nutrition. When Larry was competing, he maintained a diet that was out of the ordinary. He ate particularly no carbohydrates and just a few vegetables, preferring to fill up on high-protein foods like meat, cheese, and eggs. The Golden Boy attempted to consume 6 to 8 meals every day in order to maintain his body well-fueled and his metabolism running at a high rate. He added whey protein in his diet regimen, which he would combine with milk and cream. Diet plan. According to Larry's diet, he would have eaten something like this. Meal 1. Milk, whey protein and cream. Meal 2. Cheese. Meal 3. Any meat. Meal 4. Any meat. Meal 5. Milk, whey protein and cream. Meal 6. Any kind of meat accompanied with cheese. Stacking of supplements. Whey protein, B-complex, liver formula, hydrochloric acid tablets. Idols and influences. Larry has been an inspiration to many of the great bodybuilders of the past, including Arnold Schwarzenegger as well as many current sportsmen. Throughout his career, though, he was inspired by Vince Gironda and Lou Denny, who served as mentors to him. What we can learn from Larry Scott. Larry has instilled in us the importance of constantly pursuing our ambitions. The danger of going to California was worth it for him in order to follow his dream of sculpting the finest body on the planet. In Larry's tale, we can see that learning from qualified professionals is essential to achieving success. He enlisted the assistance of Vince Gironda and Lou Denny. As he grew in prominence, they became household names in the business.